Okay, so today I'm going to show you a new app that I've just downloaded called NovoPsych, and this is the icon for it right here. This was recommended to me by a good friend because I regularly administer psychometric tests, and I have found this app to be so helpful in my work because it saves me so much time and is so simple to use. It's all about testing basically, and I just wanted to show you guys how it works. So if I click on the icon, basically you can either register for a new account or log in depending on what you've done. So I've already obviously registered for a new account, but just to show you what doing that looks like, so this box comes up here and you're asked for a few basic details, so like your name, email address, a password, a zip code, and then you click on register user. You're also asked for a passcode as well, like a pin lock kind of thing, which is really great. So if you don't actually close down the app and somebody tries to get into it, you have to remember, I think, the passcode as well. So as another layer of security, which is fantastic. So I'm going to log in through my account, so I'll be back in a minute, just bear with me. Okay, so I'm all logged in, and basically what it does is open you up to a home screen. So the home screen shows the most recent results for any tests that I've recently administered, and it also gives us two options at the top, so you can add and view clients or administer and view assessments. There's also a bit for news, so I guess that's where they'll probably put updates about the app and other things they're developing. Down the bottom too, we've got four little icons: a home screen, a clients one, an assessment one, and an account one. I'll go through these all in turn. So if I go to the clients screen at the bottom, it takes us to a page where I can add clients and I guess view the clients that I have. So if I add a client, okay, and then I have to click on done up the top, and it comes up with a new client here. Basically it shows you what tests they've taken, gives me the opportunity to administer an assessment to them, and also to add some notes for the client. So if I wanted to add a note, maybe some observations during, can't talk and write at the same time, during the testing that you did, you can put them in and they come up there. You can obviously, by clicking on the plus button up the top, you can add more clients. Obviously click cancel if you don't want to add one. So if you want to, I guess, administer a test to a client, you could do it through here, but I'm going to go through the assessment button at the bottom. And this basically comes up with the assessment page, and it shows all the tests that the app has. So they've got tests like the depression, anxiety and stress scales, the flourishing scale, autism spectrum screening questionnaire, social avoidance and distress scale, satisfaction with life scale. They're all in alphabetical order, which is really good. And all the tests, they seem to be pretty highly valid and reliable. They've got multiple published research papers on their validity. And one of the things I really like about this is if I go into one of the questionnaires, it actually gives some really great information about each test. So what's the test used for, validity and reliability information, an interpretation of the test, so how you would look at the scores, who the developer is, number of questions, time limit, and a lot of different references if you want to go and look at, I guess, other information about the test. So you can obviously give these tests to your client. So I showed you one way of doing that before, but you can also go in through the assessments page and click on administer assessment, and then you get to select a client. And it comes up with this page once you've done that, and basically you could give this page, or obviously you give the iPad to your client. They could do it in the room with you, in the waiting room, or you could help them with it if they need help with. And they click on Start Assessment. So it comes up with the entire test here. It's got the questions down the side, the answers here, and what the client would do is just read the question and tap on the box, which would be their answer. Then they would click on Submit Assessment, and they're prompted to hand the device back to their administrator. So this is when I would come along and press Exit Test Mode down the bottom here, and it comes up with my passcode. So it's really clear that NovoPsych have taken great care in the security of this product, basically so that results are only available to the person administering the test, which I think is fantastic. So I'm going to put in my passcode. Okay. And if we go to the home screen, it comes up here that this person has completed the questionnaire, and if we click on that, it comes up with all of the results for that person. And it's also automatically calculated their age, it calculated the time that it took them, gives you a brief interpretation about the test, and obviously the most important thing, their results. It also shows you what their responses were if you want to go back to that, which is really important. So all in all, I think that's pretty good. And so the results that I just showed, they are accessible through the iPad, but they're also being instantly emailed to my email address so that I can print out the results and put a hard copy in my file, which, you know, sometimes that's pretty important. So that's probably the simplest way, well, that's kind of the basic stuff about the app, I guess. There's also an account button down the bottom, which, you know, you can edit account details, give feedback, all the normal stuff you'd expect in an account button. I guess I so far found the app really helpful. It's, as I said before, it saved me a lot of time. One of the probably drawbacks of the app is that you have to have a Wi-Fi connection or 3G to be able to use it, so an internet connection, which, you know, if you're in a place where you don't have that and you've only got a Wi-Fi iPad, it can make it a bit difficult, but I guess you get over that pretty quickly, and you've usually got internet on your phone, so you can probably hotspot that anyway. I haven't really found any bugs with the app as I've been fiddling along with it, so it seems like they've taken really good care with that. You know, I haven't had any major frustrations, and, you know, basically it's just been really intuitive to use. So yeah, you know, I think it's a really great app. It's probably going to help to revolutionize the way that we administer and think about psychometric tests. I'm really interested to see what other tests they'll get on here as time goes on. And one of the other things that I should have said is it's really good for tracking treatment outcomes, and I highly recommend this app to anyone who needs to administer psychometric tests on a regular basis. Thank you.